AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And the kick goes out of bounds. An odd start to this game for sure. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? On the run, it's Jones. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype of the playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. The Huskies will crank up the tempo. Third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Defense all over that play. They stop him. He did not get the first down.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field and they'll go for it. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you go get a touchdown.
It's a shotgun run call. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he pulls in the catch. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another first down. And I tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down. We're going to throw the football. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Washington. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down right at the 20.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
hit as he released it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. He shreds the tackle. Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And the back now goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
Bring it. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Runs through the defender. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Well, anytime I'm evaluating running backs, it's not just about speed and size and what he brings to the team. It's also about his toughness, yards after the contact. What kind of balance does he have? How about that run right there? You can bet his teammates and his coaches are very proud of that effort. What a heck of a run there for a nice gain.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll test the right side here. Got space, looking to score. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Pass complete on a crosser. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. He'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. And the Huskies come to the line in the hurry up. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Past the 20. At the 10 now. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hold on here. We do have a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back. Eludes the rush. Broke one tackle but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack. The Huskies hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young. And
looking to make a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Contact as he let the ball go. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Fourth down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Can't connect on the long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here. You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Running with purpose. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Ohio State wills his way to the end zone.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Tailback takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Running out of time in the pocket. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 25. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or the possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
An important 3rd down and goal now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So they pass on the chip shot field goal. They're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 5. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. And looking to throw now on first down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And the Huskies hustle to the line to run that hurry up. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Whoa, talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
Fourth and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Look at this. He'll go deep again. The pass is batted down, broken up on fourth down. What a play.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Important second down play coming up. Quick throw, testing the middle. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's picked off in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Takes the handoff. It's Jones. They get him down, but he gets the ball across the 10-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now they get set to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. Try and muscle for the 1st down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. They'll run it to the left. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. They'll change the pre-snap look now. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the 2nd half of this playoff game.
Ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grab behind the line, it's Jones. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Second down, they're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Makes a quick grab. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Looking to throw it again. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Keeping it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's third down and short. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Good enough for first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Takes the handoff. It's Jones. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. And the drive that will not end, it is a long way to go on third down here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He's got it right near the end zone. The completion nets about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's fourth down. The Huskies will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. And now here comes the point after attempt. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Here comes a handoff. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
No, kick it away here. And it's fair caught right about the 45-yard line. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on second down. There's contact on the throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down. Looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
They're going to run it here. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way. Can they stop him? The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And they'll set up with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. And he's going for a big play downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Huskies. Just ran away from the defense. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Can you believe it? Another delay of game penalty on this drive. Wow. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Using his legs on the scramble. Gets some space around the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Now it's second down here. Ball handed off. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. And at first down, they go right back to him. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner trying to create good field position. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. Handoff heading left. They stop him, but it's a first down.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Well, another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
And a timeout taken by the defense here with 19 seconds to play. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the defense calls time to stop the clock with just 16 seconds left.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
The field goal is good. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here.